let's finally write our own decorator. Remember, a decorator supercharges our function. It's simply a function that wraps another function and enhances it or changes it. But the best way for me to explain what it is to actually code our own. So let's do that. Let's define a my decorator. And this decorator is going to accept a function. Right away, we should know that this is a higher order function. Now in here, inside of here, we're going to call the function. But before we do that, we're actually going to wrap this function in another function. So we're going to say define the wrap function. So this is just a wrapper. And this wrap function is going to be a function that simply runs this func. And then finally, we'll just return wrap function. And notice here that I'm not calling it. I'm just returning it so that later on somebody can use it. Okay, now let's say we have a simple function, hello. And this simple function just prints hello. What a useless function. Now, why is this useful? Because now I can use this as decorator. Python, as soon as we write an A in front of this, is going to say, hey, this is going to be a decorator. And the decorator, as long as we follow this syntax of accepting a function, having a wrapper function, calling the function, and returning the wrapper function, can be used. So if I do my decorator, see how it's all blue? Now, this decorator can actually be used on top when defining our functions. So if we want to use my decorator on the hello function, we use it like this. So that when I call hello next in my program, I click run, I get hello. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is a complete waste of time, Andre. Why did I have to do all of that? I could have just done this, just define the hello, and that was it. I'm so confused. Well, here's the thing. What we just did with the decorator hasn't changed anything. It works exactly as expected. But what it allows us to do is that now we can add extra functionality. Remember how I said that decorators is a function, like my decorator, that wraps, that is here, another function, which is the function that we pass it, and enhances it. So how can we enhance hello? Well, we can do anything inside of this wrapped function. For example, I can say print, and then we'll just print some stars in here. And maybe print another set of stars in here. So that when I call run, boom, we've just super boosted our hello function. How cool is that? And this is why decorators are useful. By just adding this one line, I'm able to super boost a function. So that, let's say I create another function called bye. And this bye is going to print, see ya later. By calling bye here and clicking run, well, nothing changes. But if I wanted to super boost it, just like the hello, all I need to do is just copy the decorator and use it here as well. So that if I run it, there we go. We've super boosted our bye. This is the power of decorators. By just using this syntax, I can add extra functionality to other functions. Now I know what you're thinking. And I know I also keep saying that a lot. It's like I can read minds. But you're thinking, this is a lot of magic. How does Python interpreter do all of this? It seems like, well, magic, right? underneath the hood, all it does, well, let me show you. Based on what we've learned so far about functions, because they're first-class citizens, right? All we're doing is literally this. We're saying variable a equals hello, and wrapping this hello and calling it with my decorator. So I'm saying my decorator hello. And then after that, I am running a like this. So let's say this was hello 2. Well, I'm just running it like so. So that if I run this, everything still works. All I'm doing is wrapping my hello function with my decorator and assigning it to a variable. So if we go step by step, we see that my decorator receives a function, in our case, the hello function. It then returns this wrapped function that has hello in here. So we return this wrap function. So hello2 now equals this wrapped function. And then this wrapped function gets called. And what does it get called with? Well, it prints this, then it runs the hello function, and then it prints this. It's the same as doing something like this. We simply call it again. If I run this, it works. That looks strange, doesn't it? But it should make sense. We're calling the first function, and the first function returns another function, and then we call the next returned function, which is wrap function. Now, the reason decorators are useful is because instead of doing this and frankly looking confusing, I can just add the @myDecorator, and we don't need to do all of this. Our hello gets automatically wrapped by my decorator. But essentially, this is what the @ sign is doing. See? Nothing magic about it. Now, right now, this is nice, but I bet you're still wondering why decorators are useful. So in order to really finalize our understanding of decorators, let's take a break and I'll see you in the next video.